Do not have a roster for South Houston at this time, but please put your hands together once again for the South Houston 2025-26 Varsity Cheerleaders. And now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we introduce our award-winning Manville Maverick Varsity Cheerleaders under the direction of Stephanie Jones and Angel Davis. Here are your 2025-26 Manville High School Varsity Cheerleaders. Freshman Riley Mosley. Sophomore NCAA two-time All-American Ariana Roberts. Sophomore NCAA two-time All-American Social Officer Kaylee Renfro. Junior Chelsea Evans. Junior All-American and Social Media Manager Raquel James. Junior Natalia Ramos. Senior Ada Amar. Senior Spirit Officer Ariel Jones. Senior Juliet Simeon. Senior All-American Kalia Thorne. Senior Chaplain Naomi Howe. Senior NCAA two-time All-American and co-captain Layla Johnson. Senior NCAA four-time All-American and 2025 top All-American Captain Caitlin Muta. And last but not least, our beloved mascot, Maverina. Our cheerleader of the week is Layla Johnson. Once again, it's your Manville Maverick Varsity Cheerleaders. At this time, we ask that you please rise and join the South Houston Trojan Marching Band for the playing of the South Houston High School Song. Now remain standing and join the Manville Maverick Marching Band for the playing of the Manville High School Song. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you here to Freedom Field for tonight's Conference 6A district matchup between the South Houston Trojans and your Manville Mavericks. This game will be directed according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. The UIL wishes to remind you that regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all the players you will see on field are winners and have made great sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. By your conduct here tonight, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and school. While your sportsmanlike actions play only a small part in the outcome of tonight's game, it does play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We ask that you also show your appreciation for all the students who will be taking part indirectly in tonight's game, including the bands, the cheerleaders, the drill teams, and the students who have supported their teams at home and away. These young people play an integral part in their team's success. Officials for tonight's contest have been mutually agreed upon by representatives of each school. Without their refined skill and understanding of the game of football, tonight's contest would not be possible. On behalf of all of us here at Alvin Independent School District, we thank you for your support of athletics, and we hope you enjoy tonight's game. At this time, take a look at the video board for a special message from our Superintendent, Carol Nelson.
Hello, I'm Carol Nelson, proud Superintendent of Alvin ISD. Welcome to Freedom Field. For 100 years, Alvin ISD has built champions on the field, in the classroom, and in life. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we remember the true victory lies not just in the score, but in how we play the game. Every contest is more than a competition. It's a classroom, a place to learn resilience, respect, and responsibility. Let's honor our legacy with integrity, compete with heart, and always remember sportsmanship is the mark of a true champion. Thank you for coming this evening to support our students, and may you have safe travels headed home. Here's to 100 years and the next 100 to come.
And now we wait for teams to enter the field. Across the way, welcome to the field, the South Houston Trojans. It's time to welcome to the field your Manville Mavericks. Ladies and gentlemen, this time, let us please observe a moment of silence in the spirit of tonight's competition. This time, let us all remember and acknowledge the prevailing sense of fair play, along with the safety of all players, coaches, parents, officials, and spectators involved tonight. Thank you. This time we ask you to please rise and remove your hats as we take this opportunity to honor America. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by the Manville High School Choir. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the video board for a message from our student athletes.
Hey, Mom.
Hola, Papa.
What's good, Mad friend? Okay.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hey, sis.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Hey, my fams. Okay.
Okay. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. I've got something to say.
Thank you for being here. Having you at the stand means the world to me, but I need to ask you something.
This is important. I made a commitment to play the Texas way. I play with respect for others.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy. I will not cheat or cut corners.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with the control of self.
I will slow my anger down and act based on my standards.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with a spirit of competition.
I will prepare myself inside and out. I will bounce back when I get knocked down. I will compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this: will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back. It means cheering loudly, but it doesn't mean putting other people down. It doesn't mean yelling at the ref. It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
You say it. Coach says it too. It's about more than just me.
It's about representing the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the back.
It's not just about the scoreboard. It's about using sports to become the best that I can become. And remember, always have fun.
I couldn't do it without you, and I wouldn't want to. I've made a commitment to the Texas way. Question is, will you make it with me? I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. Will you make it with me?
I've made a commitment to the Texas way. Will you make it with me?
I've made a commitment to the Texas way. Will you make it with me?
Captains from each school will meet at midfield for tonight's coin toss. For the South Houston Trojans, captains number 8, Jose Illinois. Number 12, Manny Chavez. Number 44, Jaden Luna. Number 63, Alvin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Freedom Field for tonight's District 22 6A matchup between the South Houston Trojans and the Manville Mavericks. I'm Evan Geiger. With me on the call tonight is Kyle Harris. How you doing tonight, Kyle?
Hey, I'm doing good, Evan. Looking forward to some good football here tonight.
Let's hope we have a good game coming up here. South Houston, they are the visiting team. The Trojans, Kyle, they are not off to a very good start this season. They do have an 0-4 record. They've been outscored 172-34 this season. South Houston's offense is the worst in the district, averaging 180 yards and 8 points per game. And defensively, the Trojans, 43 points allowed per game, is worst in the district. So is their turnover ratio.
That's all right. The sense tonight, South Houston's coming out. We're going to get a win tonight here for the Trojans. I see it.
Manville is the home team tonight at Freedom Field, and the Mavericks have lost 2 straight games to Shadow Creek and Pearland, some really good teams, bringing their overall record to 2-3 and their district record to 1-2. Manville's offense has been one of the best in the district. They've averaged 427 yards and 38 points per game, but they have a district-high 12 turnovers that have really cost them this season. Senior quarterback Cam Renfro leads the district in pass attempts, scored 10 total touchdowns, also did some damage on the ground there. Expect to see Eric Mosley, Kenneth Malone-Hayes, and Zayden Brown all get a good bit of work tonight. Mosley is the lead back. He's averaging 10 yards per carry. He's been extremely good against Shadow Creek. He was very efficient. And the names to listen for in the receiving game are Carter St. Junius, Jaden Kendrick, and Dante Mays is at third receiver.
Yep, 12 turnovers on the season, district high for Manville. Hopefully South Houston can take advantage of that, try and get as much time of possession as possible. That's going to be the key for South Houston, just try and maintain possession of the ball, try and move those chains and continue to keep that clock moving, try and keep this as low scoring of a game as possible.
We're just a second or two away from the Top Dog Fireworks opening kickoff here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. Kicker will send it deep for Jaden Kendrick. Instead, he'll try to do an onside kick, and it looks like Manville will receive it at the 48, so they'll start just 2 yards away from midfield.
Pretty interesting call for an onside kick, but hey, want to try and get things started off early, maybe try and catch Manville off guard. Didn't quite happen that time, and now the Mavericks have great field position to start off the game.
Manville right there at midfield. Emery Maxey with the recovery there. And we'll see Cam Renfro and the Mavericks offense begin the game just 1 second off the clock so far. We'll see if they hand it to Mosley. They go to a running back with a really nice carry. Oh, tripped up there. That was Zayden Brown. Zayden Brown did not get a lot of work against Shadow Creek, and we kept wondering where he was. Had really good numbers prior to that game, and he gets the first carry of the game, and he picks up 7 yards. And they go back to Browno Renfro with a little run-pass option, throws it down the sideline and sandwiched between 2 defenders, but not until after he stepped out of bounds. Looked like Donovan Tolbert there.
Yeah, really nice decision there by Renfro. Pretty much got the whole defense fooled there, thinking it was going to be the handoff, and went to a little RPO action, went to the outside, got a big chunk of yards there.
First down and 10. Hand off to Zayden Brown going right side. Brown drags a tackler for a couple of yards, and if you'd have told me the first 3 touches of the game would have went to Zayden Brown, Donovan Tolbert, and Zayden Brown, well, I guess you'd have won a lot of money. Not what I expected. Brown is a really good running back, but he's kind of the third string running back behind Malone Hayes and Mosley. Looking to pass, and it goes to Zayden Brown again on a little swing route, and he's up to the 20-yard line, down to about the 12-yard line. See exactly where they spotted, but a really nice gain
Yeah, and a great block there that was number 88, Carter St. Juni is somebody you noted in for pregame. He had a great block on the outside there that allowed Brown to get a couple extra, maybe 10, 15 yards there after the catch.
22 yards on the catch and run for Zayden Brown, and it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Go back to Zayden Brown and going left side, and a loss there. Tackle was made by Jaden Luna, senior defensive lineman.
Yeah, big stop there, and also Jacoby Mayberry, the sophomore defensive back on there, was able to get that trip up on the first play, so that's going to be somebody to look out for. Jacoby Mayberry, number 11 there on the Trojan side.
Zayden Brown still getting all the work here. 2nd and 12 from the 14. Renfro looking to pass. He's got a little bit of time now. He's going to try to step away, and he's going to get out of an ankle tackle. Fires it, has a wide open man in the end zone, a diving catch, and they'll say incomplete. Looks like Cameron Fitzgerald was the intended receiver, and I guess he just didn't get quite under it. Be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, and that was junior defensive lineman Xavier Muhammad there trying to get Renfro down on the ankle tackle. Just couldn't quite come up with it. Renfro able to skip away, but not an accurate throw after. I feel like he had plenty of time, too, after he got away from that tackle, but decided to let it go anyway.
3rd and 12, and they hand off to Zayden Brown going right side. Zayden Brown's got a hold. Zayden Brown in the end zone. A touchdown for Manvel on 3rd and 12. They run it, and it works out for the Mavericks.
Yeah, really nice job by Brown to kick that ball outside. South Houston had the middle gummed up there with their big defensive lineman, but he was just able to go on the outside there and pick up that big gain, big touchdown there for the Mavericks to start out.
Here is Logan McClanahan, the sophomore kicker. There's another McClanahan kicker on the roster. He's a senior, number 19. This is number 40. The extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 with 9:50 to go in the first quarter. The run on 3rd and 12 works out. Good blocking for Zayden Brown.
Yep.
And he was pretty much untouched until he hit the goal line. And the Manville Mavericks lead 7-0.
Yeah, really nice job there by the Mavericks. And their game plan, it seems to me, is going to be handed off to Zayden Brown and see what he can do, whether get him on the outside or get him on the inside the lines on that run there. But that was a really nice decision by the Mavericks to just kind of keep him running, keep him moving. He was able to come up with a big 6 points for the Mavericks to start out.
How big was Renfro getting out of that sack?
Yeah, I mean, that was huge. I mean, if South Houston could have got there on that sack, I mean, that would have put the Mavericks back, 2nd and 27, maybe 30 yards on that second down. So something you could look forward to if you're a Trojan fan there. Almost got there to for the big sack, but not able to do it. Now ball gets over in your hands, and you got to try and do as best you can to protect the rock and not give it back to them anytime soon. Just try and move the chains and get quick yards.
Here's the kickoff. It's going to be caught at the 12-yard. Oh, bobbled, and now picked up, and now bobbled again. And did Manville come away with it, or did South Houston fall on it? It was Andrew Ramirez, number 18, I believe.
Yeah, that's not what you want as a Trojan. Luckily, South Houston was able to jump on it and keep the ball there at the 11, but had some running room and just completely took his eyes off the ball as it was coming in. Bobbled it twice. Not a good look there if you're the Trojan special teams.
So number 18 on the roster says Andrew Ramirez, but the back of the jersey says Chapel, and Denham Chapel's number 32, so I believe that's who that was. But he's wearing number 18 tonight. And it has his name on the back, so it's not like he just took somebody else's jersey. And South Houston will start. And they hand it off right side, and looks like no gain. Did they only have one offensive lineman to the left of the center?
Yeah, that was not a good run play. They're handed off to the fullback, number 15, Noah Arias, the senior running back. But, yeah, I think you're right. I don't think they had many offensive linemen at all on that side that he was trying to run, and can't get any blocking up front. And, you know, it's just tough, man. You feel for these Trojans because, you know, you look at the roster and every single player on their roster except the kicker has to be on the field for both defensive and offensive purposes, whereas Manville, they have the luxury of just throwing as many guys out there as possible.
Oh, my. A toss play, and the quarterback has to go and fall on it as the running back was not even looking for it.
Yeah, that was a huge miscommunication there by South Houston.
But both plays, they have had only one lineman to the right or left of the center. Normally, it's left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that. And I can't say I've ever seen that before.
I don't know where they're running that extra lineman at, you know?
It's going to be
if they're only running 4.
It's going to be 3rd and 20. And, I mean, the first play wasn't bad. Obviously, no gain. That play was almost disastrous.
Really bad. Really bad. Really not good communication at all.
It wasn't like it was a bad toss to the running back. The running back wasn't even looking. This time it looks like a normal formation, and they run up the middle, but it's going to be, he just got out of the end zone. It was almost a safety. Samuel Weary wants a safety, but the running back fell out of the end zone. I don't know if you even saw that. It's going to be 4th and 21 from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that was really, really close to being a safety. Really nice job by the running back to at least get out of the end zone there and try and pick up that 1 yard to not allow it.
I'm sensing some freaky Freedom Field vibes.
Wow, offsides call. I did see that flag there on the on the top of the sideline. It's going to be offsides.
It'll be 3rd and
Mavericks.
16 from the 6. There's that big number 23, Jaden Buckner, the running back.
Buckner trying to do all he can to keep the Mavericks away from the ball.
They are not in any rush to snap the ball.
No. I wouldn't be there. It doesn't look like they're in any rush to throw the ball either.
They don't throw it a ton. Do throw it a little more than Sam Rayburn. And handoff going left side and back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just no room to run there.
It was Jacoby Mayberry, listed as a receiver and a defensive back. Now we'll see the punter come out. This is William Cruz. And Manville will have their returners at the 35. It's not very often your returners are at the 35. It's going to be Carnell James and Dante Mays. Punt is away. A high punt. And Carnell James will fair catch it at the 33.
Well, I think all things considered, with the special teams blunder, losing the ball, and then the miscommunication on the second play, throwing it almost in the end zone, I think South Houston, they can't be too upset about that. At least, getting out of there with a punt opportunity, with a punt, and sending it back to Manville. I mean, Manville, they don't have much field to work with here. Is 33 yards and they're in the end zone, but all things considered, at least they didn't turn the ball over. So
they will start at the 33. Renfro looking to pass. Renfro has it deflected.
There we go.
And a celebration there from Xavier Muhammad, who nearly sacked Renfro earlier.
Yeah, Xavier Muhammad making his presence known there on that defensive line. Nice little swat away there. Kind of interesting that Manville didn't just come out and just hand it off to Zayden Brown again and let him go, but wanted to try and get the Trojans off guard there. Muhammad doing a good job of knocking the ball away.
2nd down and 10, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout called by South Houston. 6:45 to go. It's 7-0 Manville. We'll be right back on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
6:45 to go in the first quarter. Manvel leads 7-0. They have the ball at the 33-yard line of South Houston. 2nd down and 10.
A couple of plays to look forward to if you're South Houston. Big stop right there on 1st and 10 with the deflection, and then the almost sack there on the last down from Xavier Muhammad. So that's somebody we're definitely gonna have to look out for.
Looking to pass is Renfro. Renfro firing a deep ball, looking for St. Junius, and complete. A 33-yard touchdown to Carter. St. Junius makes it 13-0, and that was easy pickings there.
Yeah, you can't let that happen if you're the Trojans, especially when you're only rushing 3 up front. You got 8 back behind you to try and cover up those passing yards, and just not able to get it done. A little poster out there from the Mavericks, and looks like they're going to go for 2.
Now they'll move things around and send McClanahan out there to kick the extra point. Try to make it 14-0. A short, brief drive there. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-zip, Manvel. And here's the clean pocket there for Renfro. Steps up and fires an easy pass to St. Junius. 14-0, Manvel. We'll be right back on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
Maybe you're like them, with strains and sniffles. That's why Houston Methodist has primary care near you, with a network of specialists and same-day clinics to keep you healthy. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. 6:37 to go in the first quarter. Manvel up 14-0. And I just want to tell you, tonight's team and individual stats are provided by the athleticsdepartment.com. They are a full-service provider of stats for high school and college teams. Coaches and athletic directors can contact them for more information. The athleticsdepartment.com are now signing up basketball, softball, and baseball teams for this school year. Manvel to kick it away. It's going to be the other McClanahan, number 19. Or is this a different kicker? This looks like Ronald Quintanilla. So Ronald Quintanilla to try to kick it deep. I think Manvel's going to try to get a lot of people into this ball game. And it's going to be caught at the 5-yard line and running the complete opposite direction before he's slung down. Not the ball pops out. It was some of his gear flew off of him. I thought it was the ball. So it looks like they'll mark him down at the 10.
Man, that's a tough spot. Catching it at the 7 or 8 yard line and just going a couple of yards. I mean, he was working upfield, and then he just started going backwards, trying to get across the field, and to no avail for the Trojans.
Denham Chapel, number 32 on the roster. We're number 18 tonight. A couple of returns. The last one was bobbled and everything.
Yeah, at least it was a clean catch and return.
First down and 10 from the 10. Handoff and immediately drilled in the backfield. What a shot there. Man, that was a hit. It was Brayson Robinson laying the boom.
Here it is again. Oh, my goodness.
Goal. Big shot there on Jaden Buckner. 3-yard loss. Robinson, a sophomore defensive end, 6'4", 200 pounds. And hitting like that.
That's pretty lean for a defensive end, man. That's pretty lean.
By the time he's a senior, though, he might be a monster.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That was a hit right there from Brayson Robinson. 2nd and 13, and
yeah, you got to try and contain him over there on
letting
that
the
side.
play clock go all the way down, and they did not throw a flag, and now it's a little screen to Buckner, and Buckner going to be run down from behind, but he just keeps his footing.
Okay.
He keeps on moving those legs and gets up to the 14. A gain of 7, it'll be 3rd and 6.
There we go, Buckner. Nice gain there for the Trojans, and big gain after the tackle. just could not bring him down, just kept moving those legs and able to get a big gain.
They mark him at the 13, so 3rd and 7. And the big defensive tackle ran him down from behind. I thought, well, that's probably it for the play, but big number 99, Amir Bowers, who did have a pick earlier this season against Barbers Hill. Third and 7, and rolling left is Henry. Henry will step up and be dropped for a loss. James Henry, just a sophomore. And now it looks like they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, tough play call there for Henry. Seemed like it was a quarterback option maybe to try and see what he could do. Just really couldn't get out of the backfield, and it's going to lead to another 4th down and punting from their end zone.
Once again, the Mavericks will have their punt returners pretty far up there at the 38-yard line. The punter has his feet inside the end zone. And the punt is away. This time maybe returnable. And it looks like it will be returned by Carnell James, who's going to go left side. He's got blockers. Carnell James, one man to beat. It's Buckner, and then he's going to be dragged down. No, he just went all the way through contact. They'll say he went out at the 2. He took it all the way in. I thought, no way.
Yeah, it looks like one official had it a touchdown, marked it a touchdown, then the other one signaled that it was on the 2-yard line.
Interesting. I don't know.
Because, I mean, it's 20-0 on the scoreboard out here.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's a touchdown, but they're marking it at the 2.
Yep, nope, they took it away. I thought he got in there. I thought he was able to break through those tackles and get into the end zone, but it looks like they're saying that he stepped out of bounds.
I don't think we're going to see a replay, but
it's the only thing I could think of.
3:40 on the clock, and Manville's offense going to come out. See if they just hand it to Zayden Brown again.
That's what I do.
They do go to Brown, and Brown just plunges into the end zone. It's 20-0. So none hurt, but I think Carnell James might have wanted that touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We did not see a replay of it, but if we did, we maybe could have seen maybe why it was marked out of bounds, or maybe if it shouldn't have been.
It didn't end up hurting them at all.
Cost them about 2 seconds.
Maybe.
20-0 Manville. And now we'll see McClanahan to kick the extra point.
It's very interesting how they set up like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion every time, then they switch it up. Go back to kicking the extra point, and it's up, and it's good. Not much of a drive there. Just one punt return, got them all the way to the 2-yard line, then a little touchdown run in by Zayden Brown, and Mavericks are up 21-0 now. If you're the Trojans, you just got to get out of your end zone, it feels like. I mean, they haven't had many plays, actually haven't had any plays that have gotten past their own 20-yard line. So when you're working with that little field behind you, it's really tough to get anything going. So we'll see what they can do here. It's been a couple of bad kick returns. The first one was lucky they even came away with the ball, and then the second one they had, unfortunately, he just couldn't make his way up the field very much. So here we go, Mavericks up 21-0. Trojans gonna have to do something here. Roderick Anderson, the sophomore wide receiver in the backfield.
Kick goes to the 8-yard line, and it's caught and ran out of bounds there by Chappell.
Yeah, Andrew Ramirez on the return, getting close to the 20.
I don't know what number Andrew Ramirez is wearing, but I think
yeah, that's not.
I don't know if they
Andrew
switched
Ramirez,
or what. Chappell was supposed to be wearing 32 according to this, but I don't know if this roster was made and then they switched jerseys later on.
Yeah.
Or what.
Do the best we can to figure it out, but here comes South Houston taking their time. Get out on the field.
They had a couple of plays that went down to the wire with the play clock. 1st and 10 from the 17. It's going to be a handoff running right side and getting around the edge.
Oof.
And really.
Yep, and there comes
hit
the flag.
there. I think it's either going to be, what do you think, horse collar or?
I think it's just going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a horse collar or just a personal foul on the high tackle. Yep, they are. Yep, it is going to be a horse collar.
I thought it was either a horse collar or targeting, but
yep, targeting. That's what I was thinking of. Yep. So there we go. Couple of penalties have the Trojans moving forward here in the first quarter. All the way up now to their 32-yard line. They got a little bit of running room behind them. See what they come up with here.
Moves them all the way up to the 32, the 15-yard penalty. Gives South Houston a first down. And it's going to be a quarterback run, and he's hit immediately in the backfield. That's Makai Cowart back there. Henry's supposed to be the quarterback, but they had Cowart doing it that time.
Trying to maybe catch him off guard with that read option. It did not. Mavericks were in the backfield very quickly.
Loss of 6.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 16.
Taking it all the way down. That play clock.
Looking to pass is Henry. Throw a screen out there to Cowart. Cowart hit for a loss again and spun around. This time they lose 2 yards. Should be 3rd and 18.
Yeah, just no blocking up front. You have Alan Bayo there, the senior offensive lineman, right next to Coward, but no blocking, and the Mavericks are in the backfield immediately. It's really tough for your playmakers to get out and do something when they don't have much field to work with or any separation. Now another 3rd and long coming for the Trojans. See if they take a shot here, just hand the ball off.
And looks like it's going to be a run with Coward again.
Yep.
And they pick up a couple.
Just a design quarterback run. Try and get the ball moving a little bit.
Henry actually kept it that time. Now they're going to have to punt. The Manville punt returners will have to go all the way back on the other side of the 50 this time. Feet at the 49.
Cruz's second punt looked a lot better than his first. The first one had a lot of air on it. The second one had more of a line drive look, and unfortunately just nobody could tackle him. That one's almost blocked.
It was. Carnell James going to range back, and he'll just let it bounce, and it takes a great South Houston roll. And I'm not sure why South Houston downed it.
Yep.
Seemed like it could have went a little bit further.
Yep.
But it's going to be at the 30. So that's actually by far the best punt of the night.
Absolutely.
44 net yards. Kind of a field flipper. Manville has had much better field position than this already tonight.
Absolutely. And if you're South Houston, you got to try and catch the Mavericks off guard with some of those 12 turnovers, district leading 12 turnovers for the Mavericks so far this season. Try and get you one here. South Houston only 3 up front. They're rushing.
And Renfro's going to take it himself. Makes a couple of guys miss. Has a big gain. And he hurdles over a defender and out of bounds. A really nice run by Renfro.
Yeah, and Xavier Muhammad went on the outside to try and contain Renfro. As you can see right here, Muhammad just not able to get to him. Renfro sees it and starts immediately running, going inside. Cuts to the right, and a huge chunk of yards there for the Mavericks, now up near midfield.
Manvel moving quickly, looking to pass is Renfro. Renfro rolling right. He's just going to take off and run, and he's going to go out of bounds after a couple of yards. Probably still winded from the last play. They didn't take much time.
Now, good decision, though. Didn't see anybody down the field and just decided to tuck and run it. Get some more yards on there. And, yeah, they're moving quick.
Trying to keep South Houston on their heels, and a run there, just powering through a defender. The flag comes flying in as Aiden Brown with the carry. Let's see what the flag is.
Personal foul, face mask, number 12 on the defense, 15 yards, first down.
Renee Chavez with the face mask.
Just not what you want if you're a Trojans fan, immediately giving up a 20-yard run and then having to deal with the 15-yard penalty after.
Ball spotted at the 27 of South Houston. Renfro looking to pass. Renfro backing up and just fires a dot there, and catching it, sliding into the catch there was Tyrone Dennis. And that'll do it for the first quarter. It's 21-0. Manville knocking on the door again. They'll get set for the start of the second quarter. Top Dog Fireworks is family owned and operated. They have 14 locations in the greater Houston area. Go to topdogfireworks.com to find a location near you. Top Dog Fireworks supports the community and wishes the local high school athletes the best of luck. They want you to make memories and strive for your goals. Top Dog Fireworks, say it with a boom.
New Year's just around the corner.
Yeah.
Go get your fireworks.
Coming up on it pretty quickly here.
Yeah. Be here before you know it. Yeah, really nice read there, though, by Renfro. Had a little zone action for South Houston and tucked it right in on that outside corner to get around those defensive backs. Another big gain for Manville, moving the ball.
Manville's offense at the 14, first down and 10. They already had a touchdown run from the 14 on 3rd and 12 by Zayden Brown earlier. Looks like Brown is going to get every carry in this first half as they throw it out to, I think, Mays there. And Mays making a couple of guys miss and into the end zone. That wasn't Mays. My apologies. That was Donovan Tolbert with the touchdown. 27-0. Manville up.
Yeah, Tolbert doing a great job there of just following his blockers and seeing his wide receiver mates blocking in front of him, and a nice screen pass and good play call by the Mavericks there. Go up 27-0.
Manville trying to figure out what they're going to do here. With 11:50 to go, they'll finally send out Renfro to hold. Or potentially go for two. And they are going to go for two. Renfro's going to run left side. Renfro's going to get in easily. Didn't get touched till he hit the goal line. It's 29-0. Renfro wasn't even on the field.
No, he took off. He said, "Oh, y'all need me out here? All right, let me run out real quick and get this 2-point conversion."
So it is 29-0 with 11:50 to go. We'll be right back here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
$11:50 to go in the second quarter. Manville leads 29-0. About to see another Top Dog fireworks kickoff. And speaking of fireworks, the Alvin Community College Fall Festival this year. Bring your little ones out there. They're going to have a drone show and a fireworks show at the end of the event. Mostly for younger kids, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
No, believe it or not, we just had a drone show over at Constellation Field a couple
awesome,
weeks ago, and it was really cool. Yeah, a lot of people stayed and waited. I don't even we weren't doing fireworks like y'all, but fireworks and drone show definitely come out. It's a good time. They can really do a lot of different things with those drones in the air. It's just really cool to see.
I think it's like 15 minutes, quite a few different images, 400 or some drones. Pretty cool stuff. Definitely exciting as Manvel will kick it away. And this time it's going to be fair caught by Chapel. Or that was actually Henry. They sent the quarterback out to return kicks. We haven't seen that since, what, Denard Robinson? Chapel had a couple of issues on the return, so they moved him up the field a little bit and sent Henry out there.
Yeah, and if you're the Trojans, you just want to try and get some semblance of some yardage, maybe even just 1 or 2 first downs, and you'll be good. Trying to get this clock moving a little bit more and not hand the ball back over to the Mavericks, because we know it doesn't take them long to go 70 yards down the field and get a touchdown.
Ball at the 25, moving from right to left on your screen. Power formation again. They hand off to the fullback who plunges ahead. One of the best looking runs of the day.
Yep. Flag came out on the field on the play near the end there as he was getting tackled. See what that is.
I believe that was Noah Urias on the run, but I could be wrong. Somebody lost their back plate.
No, from the flag, which is right there. Holding. Number 10, offense. That's 10 yards from the flag. Repeat. First down.
That's Xavier Muhammad, the tight end and defensive lineman, whose name we've called on defense a couple of times, getting a hold.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a long night for these guys, playing both sides of the ball. Down 29-0 after the first quarter. Just props to these guys going out there and giving it their all every play.
Absolutely, yeah. Unfortunate there, one of your star players, Muhammad, and unfortunately for the Trojans, their best run of the game gets taken back due to the penalty.
And Henry looking to pass, rolling right, and he's going to be sacked back at the 10-yard line. Henry rolled out right, but he's left-handed, so he didn't really have any oomph on it.
Yeah, nowhere to go there for Henry, and nobody really out there for him to make the pass to either.
Spotted at the 11-yard line. The first down marker is all the way at the 35, so it's going to be 2nd and 24. And it's really hard for this offense that primarily runs the ball to do anything when they're behind the sticks, and they've consistently been behind the sticks this entire game.
Yeah, we haven't seen many wide receivers out there. There's currently one right now out on the outside for the Trojans.
Handoff going left side and keeping those legs moving. A decent little run there.
There we go. Yeah, that might have been their best play of the half so far.
DeAndre Coleman, the sophomore running back there. I don't think the screen pass to Buckner was that good of a play, but he just carried people for 6-7 extra yards and made it look like a decent play. But yeah, that actually was a beneficial play there. Make it 3rd and 19. Ball to 60, need to get to the 35, as we mentioned. And they're taking that play clock down every single time. Henry's going all the way to the sideline to get the play. Right now there's 5 seconds left on the play clock, and they haven't even lined up.
They're not going to get it off. They're going to have to call a timeout. Yep, and they do.
Yep, they call timeout. And, I mean, obviously Henry has to go all the way to the sideline. The team was still waiting to huddle.
Yeah, it just took way too long there to get the communication from the coaching staff.
10:26 to go, 29-0 Manvel. Will be right back on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
You're like them, with strains and sniffles. That's why Houston Methodist has primary care near you, with a network of specialists and same-day clinics to keep you healthy. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Timeout called by South Houston. They have one left, and we'll see a 3rd down and 19 upcoming here. I'm assuming at maybe some point in the 3rd quarter, late 2nd quarter, we might see running clock, depending on how things go. We had a game with running clock starting at 9 minutes left in the 2nd quarter the other day. I think that was Iowa Colony and Lee.
Wow.
Looking to pass is Henry. Henry just throws it up, and it's going to be caught.
Wow. What
Coward.
a play.
What a play there.
What a play, dude.
Makai Coward just runs downfield. The man in coverage was Caden Lazard. And look at this. Henry just flings it up. Just throws him a jump ball. And look at Coward. The hand fighting and just comes down with it.
Yep.
A big play. The best play of the half for South Houston.
Now they can run some more clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a huge play. Look what happens when they throw the ball, man. Maybe you should throw the ball more.
Ball is at the 44. That was a gain of 28 yards, I believe.
Great throw by Henry. That was incredible.
And they do an end around here as they go to Chappell. There is a flag. Chappell's got a little room to run as he gets around the edge, and he's upended. But a flag will likely call this back.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a hold. Oh, no, they're just going to say it's illegal formation or false start.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 men in the backfield. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay the down.
And that's what's been hurting the Trojans. You just saw on that other play where they had a nice 5-yard run, then it got taken back due to holding. They have a good looking play, get some yards there, and then unfortunately the penalties derail them and push them back even more. So still 1st down, 1st and 15. South Houston at their 39-yard line.
Heavy formation again with just one wide receiver out on each side, and Henry's going to take off and run. Henry dragged down after a gain of a couple.
Yeah, trying to get back to that original line of scrimmage.
Tatum on that tackle. They'll bring in big 99 Amir Bowers. 6 foot 280, and he looked like Jaden Buckner with the ball when he had that pick a couple of weeks ago against Barbers Hill.
Moving. You gotta love it when those big defensive linemen get those picks.
Anytime I see a nose tackle get a pick, I think of Vince Wilfork.
Yeah.
Every time.
I think we just saw Dexter Lawrence get a little pick,
yeah,
almost pick 6 for the big guy for the Giants earlier this week.
They'll blow it dead again. We'll see what it is. I don't know if you saw Jaden, or was it Jordan Davis? I think it was Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle.
Delay. Offense.
Delay of game.
5 yards.
Moves it back.
Down.
But Jordan Davis of the Eagles was the heaviest player to ever return a blocked kick for a touchdown.
Really?
He's the nose tackle for the Eagles. He blocked the kick, picked it up, and ran it back, and he outran everyone.
That is insane.
It wasn't like somebody else blocked it. He happened to be downfield. He is that physical, and a nose tackle that's faster than everyone is just crazy. But
yeah. I mean, man, those Eagles, man, it's going to be tough for anybody to deal with them in the NFC.
Ooh, that looked like a false start. I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like Buckner somehow got the ball.
Officials didn't want to throw the flag on that one.
That was pretty clearly a false start, but they'll give him a loss of 2 yards. They need to get all the way to the Mavericks 46. The ball's at the 35, which makes it 3rd and 19.
It's another Henry prayer. Throw one to the outside. I don't think they're going to be catching Manville off guard with that one again. But Coward is on the outside.
Looking to pass is Henry. Henry rolling left. And he's just going to fire it up.
Throw it away.
And out of bounds.
Yeah, good decision. Had nobody open.
Samuel Weary, who's usually a pass rusher or a linebacker, was all the way over there trying to pick it off, just overthrew him. And now we'll see another punt on 4th and 19 from number 19, William Cruz.
Yeah, it's tough to really move the ball for the Trojans when it seems like every time they have a nice run on first down, they're getting pushed back 10 or 15 yards due to a penalty. Really tough to get your offense going there. See what the Mavericks do. 7 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock.
Oof.
The kick from Cruz, and he can't get it, and it's going to be down for Manville. They're going to have it at their own, or at the Trojans' 23-yard line. Just a really, really bad snap there. I feel for Cruz. You really couldn't do anything with that one other than just lay on the ball.
It's one of those things where you start looking up, seeing the defensive players coming at you, and you maybe bobble it. And once you bobble it once or twice, it's over.
Yeah.
Manville with great starting position again at the 23. So we saw running clock with 9 minutes in the second quarter when it was 33-0. I mean, I don't know, another score, maybe 2 more scores, and they might start it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a handoff here to what looks like Zayden Brown, who, just keeps dragging his feet.
You can't bring that guy down,
man. South Houston having all kind of fits with Zayden Brown. We talked about Mosley being the name to watch, and I don't even think he's going to play tonight. Kenneth Malone Hayes is one of the other running backs, and we've yet to see him in the game. And it's going to be a handoff to Malone Hayes. Malone Hayes is going to drag a defender up to the 3. So that was his first carry, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Malone Hayes is kind of the power back. Mosley is a really good combo, and then Brown is pretty fast. Mays is the quarterback in there. He hands off to Malone Hayes. And Malone Hayes just keeps on pushing. He's a little further up to the 2.
Yeah, nice job by the Trojans to get a good base there and not allow them to get in the end zone. I feel like if you're the Mavericks, you kind of know that the Trojans are all going to be bunched up in the middle. You just kind of got to go outside of them and get it in there.
Really big nose tackle there for South Houston. Number 78, it looks like, and this is Malone Hayes again, who runs forward, and I think he stopped at the 1.
Yep.
So this is going to be 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. I'm assuming they'll go for it. Looks like Malone Hayes will come off, and Zayden Brown will come in.
Yep, Trojans doing a good job up front. They got about 7 or 8 guys in the box just trying to stop that run any way they can.
Dante Mays in at quarterback. As we mentioned, he was the backup last year for Shadow Creek. Mays will take off and run right side, and Mays is going to be dragged down. A stop.
How about that? There we go.
Stop there from the big defensive lineman. That's Jeremiah Micho. And so they'll turn it over. Ball will be spotted at the 3.
Yeah, really great job by Micho and all those defensive guys up front to see that they were trying to go on that outside and not allow them to get around that corner.
It's got to feel like a victory there for South Houston.
Absolutely. Huge victory.
The way Manville's run the ball and being able to stop them on goal to go. Even with their power back in there, Malone Hayes couldn't get enough force to push across the line.
Tough part is for South Houston with you being backed up all the way to your 2-yard line. We've seen so many plays where they're getting tackled for loss, sacked in the backfield. Last thing you want here after that big stop is for your defense to run right back out there after a safety. So we'll see what they do as Manville defense is out there ready to go. And the officials start the clock. Nobody from South Houston out here yet. Finally got the pile running. They're going to take up as much time off each play clock as they can.
So
see what they decide to do here.
98 yards of field in front of them, and it's going to be a handoff going right side, and nice little push there up to the 6-yard line. A 4-yard gain will make it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, if you could just get that 4-yard gain for the rest of the game, I think South Houston would take that all the way to the bank, and that was one of their best first down plays yet. I was kind of waiting for a flag to come in because we've seen one after every first down from the Trojans, but no flag there, just making his way up the field as best he can.
Some of their best looking runs have been that fullback dive from Noah Urias. That kind of a wishbone formation. They go to Urias again, and Urias has a big hole. Urias, the furthest guy down the field, and he's tracked down from behind at the 31 or so by Carnell James.
I think he was kind of surprised himself. Did you kind of see him look back there? Here we see on this run. So he gets through the hole, and then right here he looks back, and I think he's like, wow, I actually have all this space to run.
Urias with one of the best plays of the game for Southeast, and the other was the catch to Makai Cowart.
Yep.
The catch he made from the throw from Henry. Henry just, I tell you, man, he just threw a lob up there.
Oh, he threw a prayer. He threw a prayer. But I will say that was a really good throw. I mean, he threw it right on the money.
First down and 10, and they're going to hand off to the back. And it looks like it's going to be a no gain call if I had to guess.
Yep.
Ball was at the 32, and looks like it'll stay there.
It's kind of an interesting scheme the Trojans are running because you got 4 different guys that could get the ball. You got the fullback, 2 running backs, and the quarterback could just hold on to it. So a lot of different options they could go to there.
You've heard of the triple option. This is the quadruple option. We've seen Cowart get it. DeAndre Coleman get it. Jaden Buckner get it. Noah Urias get it. James Henry keep it.
Yeah, they're not sending many of their skill positions outside the box there. They're keeping them in.
Oh, a bobbled snap, and Henry, I think, will just fall on it.
Yep.
For a loss of a yard. Should be 3rd and 11.
Yep, smart decision there by Henry.
David Bartolo lost his helmet, so he has to come off, and they'll run on Gabriel Garza. I don't know how his helmet came off, but he lost it.
I feel for Bartolo, man. Biggest guy out there on South Houston, and he's there every play. I mean, offense, defense, special teams, you name it. Bartolo, he doesn't get any breaks. So even though his helmet came off, he might be a little glad that he just gets a little breather over there on the sideline because he doesn't come off the field.
Clock nearing that 2-minute mark, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Urias. It's been one of the most successful plays, and we'll likely see the 2-minute timeout before we see the punt.
Oh, looks like they...
Timeout, Manvel. Not the 2-minute, but 2:03 back on the clock.
Oh, man, that's too funny.
We'll take a break here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. Be right back.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Welcome back into Freedom Field, 29-0. South Houston about to punt on 4th and 11. 2:03 to go.
Yeah, with Manville calling a timeout there before the 2-minute warning, they're trying to get the ball back and get some more points on the board before the half goes down. Leading 29-0. Had a big stop from the Trojans on the last Manville possession. Manville got all the way down to their 2-yard line, and the Trojans came up to a big stop.
Needs to be reset to 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
Wait to see.
This head official, man.
I don't see the punter. I don't know if they're going to let Henry do a punt or what, but I don't see the punter. The game clock is at 2:03. Fourth down and 11 from their own 32.
Very interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be a punt. But Henry's back there instead of the usual punter, and this is going to be a left-footed kick, and it will go out of bounds. Not a super far punt.
Yeah, one about 15 yards.
Net punt of, I want to say, 12 yards.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I don't know if you get Henry out there kicking punts anymore, but, I mean, the last time you had Cruz out there.
2-minute timeout. It's a 30-second timeout.
So we do have a 2-minute timeout here.
Last time you had Cruz out there, though, he he struggled to just get the snap and had to unfortunately fall on it. So they're thinking maybe with Henry. I mean, even Henry had a tough snap that he had to deal with.
Yep.
So
I agree.
You just gotta get better guys up front to snap the ball back a little bit further, get some air on it. It's like the nose tackle came in and said, "Hey, we skipping rocks today, or am I going to get you the football?"
1:57 to go here in the second quarter. Manvel leading 29-0. Got tickets you can't use? Let Quick Assist help. One app lists your tickets on every marketplace simultaneously and takes the hassle out of reselling your tickets. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on our website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere. First down, and we'll see Dante Mays and Zayden Brown. A lot of backups in there for the Mavericks, trying to get some action and keep everybody fresh for next week's matchup.
Yeah, smart decision by the Mavericks. No need to put your best guys out there and risk getting an injury.
And a high snap, and it'll be a run from Dante Mays. Mays with a nice run down the right sideline, cuts it back, and then tripped up out of bounds. Gain of 14.
Yeah, Manville's done a really good job on those read options there tonight. They've been able to fool the Trojans multiple times. A lot of guys went for the run right there. And Mays able to keep it and tuck it in, get a big 20-yard gain.
First down play. Mays looking to pass. Mays going to roll away from pressure and fire it. Hits a man in the hands, but not caught there. I believe that was Tyrone Dennis he was looking for.
Yeah, just a little bit too high there for Dennis to come up with the ball. Really good decision there. A really good job by Mays to get away from that pressure and find Dennis down the field. Just got to get a little bit better throw on that.
Mays looking to pass again and hits his man right at the line. We'll see if they call it a catch. Looks like they will.
Yep.
And that was Dennis again. I believe that was Dennis. First down from the 18. They're in the red zone. I believe South Houston is using their last timeout.
South Houston. Third and final timeout.
No more timeouts for South Houston. 1:37 to go before the halftime break here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
The cook starts in the early morning hours. Days of preparation, years of experience, heritage, science, and the best ingredients result in mouth-watering barbecue. Old Bucks uses post oak straight from Central Texas to smoke prime briskets, ribs, and homemade craft sausage to perfection. Visit them on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to sellout. Old Bucks Barbecue, serving the Manville community since 2008. Tonight's Press Box food sponsor and proud supporter of Alvin ISD Athletics.
$29-0 here at Freedom Field, and saw Old Bucks Barbecue. That's our food tonight. Man, that's pretty good barbecue.
Very good barbecue. Go check them out. Very good. No complaints.
Had sausage and the brisket too. Yeah, very good. First down and 10 from the 18. Mays throws a screen out there. Got a man, and he is going to run into the end zone. A touchdown there for Xavier Green. The 5'5", 155-pound junior receiver with the touchdown, and Manville's up 35-0.
Yeah, and you could see that coming the whole way. I don't think anyone was even across from Green there as he caught that screen pass. I don't even think there was a defender in the area. So really nice job by the Mavericks. So we're going to go for 2 again. Nope.
They'll swing the gate closed and bring McClanahan in to kick. Kick is up, and it is good. 36-0 with a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Minute 30 to go. Second quarter.
Question is South Houston going to take a shot here with a minute 30, or are we just we're gonna run the clock out?
They have not looked urgent to do anything offensively. They let the play clock get really low, and sometimes dangerously low. They let it run out.
Hey, they've had a couple delay of games so far, for sure.
They don't have any more timeouts, which they've had to burn 2 of them due to the play clock being at 1 second. So we'll see the kickoff coming here once again from Ronald Quintanilla. I believe it's usually Logan or Braden McClanahan, number 19, who does the kickoff duties, but Quintanilla getting a shot here, and it's going to bounce and roll, hit the pylon, I think.
Wow.
Knock the pylon over.
Yeah, it's going to be, yeah, they threw the flag down right there because I think it went out of bounds before it got to the, I'm not sure. I guess it hitting the pylon. I guess that's.
I guess.
No, they're gonna spot.
Free kick out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 25, at the 30, 1st and 10.
There we go.
South Houston starts at the 30-yard line with a minute 30 to go. Maybe. Barring any crazy big plays, I don't know that they're going to get in the scoring position, but.
No, I don't think they're going to come out and do anything crazy. I mean, we've seen Manville come out with their no-huddle offense, but we haven't seen any sorts of urgency from the South Houston side of things.
Manville does have 2 timeouts, so let's say they throw a couple incomplete passes. I mean, you could just
they might get them.
Score a game.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here.
Big possibility.
It's going to be a run up the middle, and Buckner is met and spun down after a gain of a yard or 2. Buckner, the power back. South Houston does not have their height and weight on the roster like Manville does, but I'd like to see the numbers for Buckner. That is a big running back.
Oh, absolutely. He's massive.
Listed as a running back and linebacker, just a junior.
Yeah, able to bounce off that tackle, get a few yards on that run play, and looks like South Houston's going to let the clock go as far down as they can. And it doesn't look like Manville's going to be calling any timeouts, so we'll see.
You go to Buckner again, and Buckner pushes the pile forward. And I don't care who you are, he's kind of hard to stop when he gets ahead of steam.
Absolutely. That's a big back right there.
So a gain of 5 there. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the 36.
If they want to, they can just let it run out at this point.
I think that's what they may do, or they may snap it one more time, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think they will.
No, I don't think they're going to snap it. Nope.
They got 5 seconds left on the game clock. He's going to rush up, and they are going to snap it. It's going to be a toss to Buckner going right side. Buckner with a head full of steam gets near the 1st down marker, but going to be a yard shy, and that's going to do it for the first half. Manville leads 36-0 after one half of football. And any first half thoughts before we take a break and let the bands play?
Other than those two big run by South Houston and that pass from Henry to Cowart, I mean, there's not much to say about South Houston. They did have that big stop on fourth down from Manville on the goal line to stop them. But I mean, if you're Manville, I mean, Zayden Brown and Renfro pretty much did all you needed them to do in that first quarter. Let the backups take over and see if you can get some more reps in with those guys in actual game time decisions and playmakings and see what you can do. But, man, not much to say. I mean, Manville's pretty much dominating the ball on both ends of the field.
36-0 at the half here on the Mr. Electric halftime show. We're going to let the bands do their thing, and we will be back. I believe it's also homecoming, if I'm not mistaken. There's some sort of event going on. But they'll have the halftime show. We'll come on right before the start of the third quarter. Maybe talk about some scores around the area and give you a quick recap of the first half once again. Until then, enjoy the bands.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Stand up and put your hands together as the Pasadena Independent School District proudly presents for your halftime entertainment the pride of Trojan Nation, the South Houston High School Janette Dance Team. Our Janettes are under the direction of Mrs. Audra Taylor and assisted by Miss Alexis Flores. We would like to thank our Pasadena ISD School Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Tony Lopez, and the South Houston High School administration and staff for their unyielding support. The 2025-2026 social officers are New Girl Liaison, Lady Rivas. Spirit Leader, Azul Serrado. Vice President, Grace Sonier. And President, Annette Zacharias. The 2025-2026 dance officers are Junior Lieutenant Daniela Correas, Junior Lieutenant Cecilia Rodriguez, Lieutenant Colonel Adeline Castillo, and Colonel Shannon Shaw. The New Girl of the Week is Ashley Silva. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Mia Caballero. The Dancer of the Week is Julissa Cantanilla. And the Officer of the Week is Daniela Correas. The South Houston High School Teacher of the Week is Coach Gross. And the Janettes will be performing their jazz routine to Made You Look. And now, please welcome to the field the award-winning South Houston High School Mighty Trojan Band. The Trojan Band is directed by David No, Garrison Oliver, Charlie Stott, and Sasha Chapa. They are under the field direction of drum majors Christopher Avila, Amber Garcia, Mia Garza, and Emily Saucedo. Rookies of the week are Bailin Garcia and Juan Garcia. Members of the week are Isabella Gaeta and Jesus Solis. Color guard of the week are Anari Castillo and Juliana Perez. The officer of the week is Isabella Marquez. The band would like to thank our Pasadena ISD Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Tony Lopez, and the South Houston High School administration and staff for their support of these incredible students. Tonight, the Mighty Trojan Band is proud to present their 2025 competitive production, The Good, the Bad, and the Galactic. The show features the title theme by Ernesto Mordecone, Mars by Gustav Holst, O Fortune by Carl Orff, Hide and Seek by Imogen Heap, Separate Ways and Worlds Apart by Journey. The Mighty Trojan Band will competing this weekend in the U.S. Band's Baytown Regional at Star Wars Stadium in Baytown. Their performance will be tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. We hope you enjoy our show.
Good evening. Please welcome to the field for your halftime enjoyment, the pride of Manville High School, the Majestics dance team. Dance team directors are Elaine White and Blair Jacobisi. Dance officers are Lieutenant Danica Davis, Lieutenant Ryan Horn, Lieutenant Kinsley Ott, Lieutenant Aaron Williams, Lieutenant Colonel Avery Bagwell, and our Colonel is Lydia Kennard. Social committee members are President and Events Chair McKenna Stevens, Co-Vice President and Team Engagement Chair Tori Taylor, Co-Vice President Public Relations Chair Jado Fomadou, Recognition Chair Ellie Kaspersik, Chaplain Mia Platt. Majestic of the Week is Corinne Tolbert. Spear Girl of the Week is Charlotte Hood. Tonight we are joined by some special guests, the Majestic Minis. Our elementary dancers along with Majestics will illuminate the field with their feature routine to Dancing Queens. Take it away, Majestics and Minis. Let's hear it for our Majestic Minis. Majestics would like to thank our sponsors, Smart Core Labs, Tuscan Villa Nails, Studio G Dance, and our platinum sponsor, Hillwood Communities. This week, the Manville High School staff and students celebrated Homecoming 2025. We want to send a special shout out to all of our illustrious alumni that are here tonight. If you will please turn your attention to the sideline at center field as we acknowledge our homecoming lower court. Freshman Lord Landon Gabriel, escorted by his godparents, William and Edith Mahone. Freshman Lady Riley Mosley, escorted by her parents, Eric and Veronica Mosley. Sophomore Duke Bryson Robinson, escorted by his mother, Shanielle Robinson, and Uncle Byron Robinson. Sophomore Duchess, Lyndon Smith, escorted by her grandfather, James Bodie, and godmother, Angela Guidry. Our junior prince, Kevin Tatum Jr., escorted by his parents, Kevin and Tiffany Tatum. And our junior princess is Layla Prophet, escorted by her parents, David and Felicia Prophet. Let's hear it for our lower court. And now our nominees for Homecoming Queen. Introducing Miss Anila Bird. Escorted by her parents, Anthony and Narissa Bird, Anila has been a part of Avid Black Culture Club, Swim, and Student Council at MHS. After high school, she plans to go to the military, then college to major in nursing. Introducing Miss Trinity Cruz. Trinity is escorted by her parents, Martin and Celestina Cruz. Trinity is a proud member of the MHS Theater, Choir, and Model UN. After high school, Trinity plans to attend the University of Vermont, where she will pursue a degree in history. Introducing Miss Stephanie Gonzalez. Stephanie is escorted by her father, Ernesto Gonzalez. Stephanie plans to attend the University of Texas, where she will major in psychology. Introducing Miss Kadia Jackson, escorted by her parents, Kenneth and Dika Jackson. Kadia is a class officer for the class of 2026 and a 4-year varsity member for the Lady Mavericks volleyball team. After high school, Kadia aspires to attend college in the great state of Texas, where she will major in nursing. Introducing Miss Lydia Kennard, escorted by Christy and Brandon Kennard. She proudly serves as the colonel of the Manville High School Majestics dance team. After graduation, Lydia plans to attend Bayside College in Florida to pursue a degree in ministry. Introducing Miss Savannah Sheffield, escorted by her parents, Bud and Ryan Sheffield. Savannah is a proud member of FFA, the Manville FFA chapter, where she shows cows and rabbits. She is also a part of the veterinary assistant program at JBH. After graduation, Savannah plans to attend a university in Texas to study pre-veterinary medicine. And now, our nominees for Homecoming King. Introducing Mr. Tony Edmondson, escorted by his mother, Monique Fletcher, and his stepmother, Arian Johnson. Tony is a member of the Manville High School football team, track team, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. After high school, he plans to continue his athletic career playing football at the next level, though he has not found his home yet. Introducing Mr. Malachi Gardner, escorted by his parents, Deborah Tallman Gardner. Malachi is a dedicated member of the varsity football and track team. He plans to attend Louisiana State University to pursue a degree in computer science. Introducing Mr. Julian Harris, escorted by his parents, Montreal Harris and Teresa Amidbu. Julian is a dedicated member of the Manville High School Band, National Honor Society, and Manville Youth Advisory Council. He plans to attend Texas A&M to pursue a degree in aerospace engineering. Introducing Mr. Jace Kennemore, escorted by his father, Eric Kennemore, and his mother, Jessica Williams. Jace is an active member of the Manville High School Band, track team, TSA, and Student Council. After high school, he plans to attend North Carolina A&T to major in industrial and systems engineering, while also continuing his passion for music by playing in the band. Introducing Mr. Cam Renfro, escorted by his parents, Shaquita and Marcus Renfro. Cam is a quarterback for the Manville High School football team and also a member of the track team. He has earned recognition as offensive MVP and first team All-District. After graduation, he plans to continue his athletic career playing football and is still searching for the place he will call home. Introducing Mr. Antoine Wilder, escorted by his parents Greg and Latasha Wilder. Antoine is a member of the Manville High School football team and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He has earned honors as first team All-District. After high school, he plans to continue his football career at the collegiate level and is currently entertaining multiple interests. And now, to announce the 2025 Manville High School Homecoming King, and the winner is Mr. Cam Renfro. And now, your 2025 Manville High School Homecoming Queen, and the winner is Kadia Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Manville High School Homecoming King and Queen. Let's give it up. At the conclusion of the game tonight, please stay and watch our amazing band perform their 2025 UIL band show entitled The Ties That Bind Us. Hoka Hey Mavericks!
Welcome back into Freedom Field. 36-0 at the end of the first half. Manville over South Houston. Evan Geiger and Kyle Harris for Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network. Just saw Cam Renfro, the starting quarterback, win Homecoming King, so congrats to him. I'll give you some scores from the area. It doesn't look like the teams are 100% ready to go yet. They're still going to run out of the tunnels here in a second. See if we can find some interesting scores. How about Cypress Ranch beating Cypress Park 84-14?
Wow.
Good one between Katy Seven Lakes and Katy Taylor. They won 34-7. Let's see. Fort Bend Travis beat Fort Bend Elkins 47-28. This sounds like a good one. Klein Forest 67, Tomball Memorial 61.
Wow.
I would have liked to be at that game.
God, dude.
Shadow Creek beat Dobie yesterday 47-24. There's some Alvin ISD football there. Let's see what else we got as the Mavericks make their way onto the field. Fulshire nearby, 137-0 over A-Leaf Hastings. Ridge Point beat Bush 62-14.
There you go, Ridge Point. Way to take care of business, my alma mater.
Oh, yeah. You're a Ridge Point Panther.
Ridge Point, man. Class of 2015.
Looks like Katie Tompkins is beating Maid Creek 14-6. New Caney Porter is beating Fort Bend Kempner 13-6. Dickinson is beating Clear Lake 58-0 at the half. Yeah. That is a district opponent. They're beating that badly.
Yeah, those Gators, they don't play, man.
They've been really good this year.
They don't play out there in Dickinson, man. That's all they know is football. Football and fishing. That's it.
I live in Dickinson, and that's all I do is football and fishing.
That's it, man. I'm telling you.
Summer Creek is beating Atascocita 24-21 at the half. That's a really good game to pay attention to.
There you go, Summer Creek.
We'll see the kickoff here in a moment. Just trying to see if there's any other Alvin ISD scores real quick. Dawson is beating Pearland 6-3 at the half. that might be the game to watch in this district. 6-3 at the half, and Pearland has rolled. A lot of people, a lot of good things to say about them.
Wow.
The latest score on Alvin and Pasadena Rayburn is 8-0, as here's the opening kickoff. Top Dog Fireworks say it with a boom. The kickoff goes to the 12-yard line where they let it roll and then picked up. Oh, and it's a live ball. The returner just stopped, and he's tackled at the 11.
Did he not signal a fair catch? Or
I think he did, but it rolled.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think he was prepared to run, and Manvel kind of checked up. He could have got lit up there.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
And I think that's, once again, was Denham Chapel, who's had a few issues on the return game. 11:52 to go here in the third quarter.
See what the Trojans do here.
I wonder if Iowa Colony has a bye week. I didn't see them playing unless they play tomorrow or something. First play of the second half is a run to the right side, and picking up a yard is the big back, Jaden Buckner.
Yep, right back to Buckner to get the run game going for the Trojans. Unfortunately, only 1 yard. Buckner was getting a good 3-4 yards when he was able to run it in the first half. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Don't expect the ball to be thrown in the air anytime soon.
Still some starters out there for Manville defensively, but their offensive backups have been in as this goes to Buckner, who runs the other way, kind of a counter toss play, and another yard there for Buckner. Looked like a toss right, and Buckner cut it the other direction.
Yeah, he said there's no room over there. Let me try and get 1 yard over here to the left side.
Buckner looks like most teams like nose tackle, but he plays running back for South Houston, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Might as well get him in there, try and bang with the big boys up front, see if he can get some yards after.
Manville has some talented linebackers like Sam Weary and some of these other guys, but man, they got 60, 70 fewer pounds on them than Buckner does. This time, looking to pass is Henry. Henry dancing back there, and Henry is still up somehow and finally brought down for a sack. He made about 4 guys miss.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry doing all he can to try and get out of there and just know where to go. You know, he's got no time to, even look up and see a receiver down the field before he has to run for his life almost.
This time they'll bring the punter out to punt instead of letting Henry do it. The last punt he had was a 13-yard net punt.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision.
We've seen much better punts out of William Cruz.
Let's just see if the snapper can get the ball there this time.
Cruz in the end zone. The returner's back at the 38, so it looks like Manville will start with good field position. It's a high snap,
there we go.
The punt is away. It looks like it's going to bounce, and they're just going to let it roll. Takes the Trojans roll down to the 48. So still starting in Trojan territory.
Not too bad of a punt, though.
It's a net punt of 37 yards, like you said, not too bad at all.
No. See what Manville has in store in the second half. See if they keep the up-tempo pace like they were in the first half. They were scoring with ease. It is going to be the backup, Dante Mays, out there.
Mays, the backup.
Looks like we have a injured Maverick down here.
Hopefully he's all right. That looks like Chris Collins Jr. Unless he's going to make his way to the sideline.
Yep.
Mays was the backup, got to play quarterback last year for Shadow Creek after the starter Stewart got hurt. Now a Maverick playing a lot of receiver, but getting some run in the Quarterback position. Oh, and a big hole. What a run there. And just plowing through a defender. He had a huge, massive hole there. The run there came from Keith Williams, a sophomore running back. He's kind of a lankier running back build, but he just exploded through that hole.
Yep.
Didn't get touched until probably 15 yards were picked up. It's a gain of 22, in fact.
Yeah, no, 6'3" for a running back. That's a big running back.
Mays fires it to Carter St. Junius, who will be brought down at the 15-yard line. Should be a first down and a gain of 11. St. Junius is a really good-looking receiver.
Where you saw him with one touchdown earlier in the first half.
St. Junius, just a sophomore. He's 6'3", 180. Looking to pass again is Mays. Mays fires it to the tight end, it looks like, who makes a catch and is tackled. That was Will Terry, who's committed to TCU as a long snapper.
How about that?
When I saw he was committed to TCU, I figured maybe he's a really big part of the passing game, but they really haven't used him a ton in the passing game, even though he is a tight end. He's on the field most plays. This time, Mays is going to keep it himself when he fires it to the back of the end zone. He hits Carter St. Junius for a touchdown. And I think they're thinking maybe a legal forward pass. I think he might have been past the line of scrimmage, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's interesting, though, that it comes from the opposite sideline and not the sideline he was moving
Ineligible
toward.
man downfield, number 79.
Oh, no.
That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
It goes against Drake Jones, number 79, who you see right there. 6'4", 310.
Man.
High school offensive lineman. Drake Jones is a sophomore.
Oh, my goodness.
6'4", 310 sophomore. Out there with Jalen Chase, who's 6 foot 290.
Yeah, wait till he's a senior. 6'6", 340.
Man, oh man, Mays. And it's a handoff this time again to Williams. Williams drags his feet. Williams in. Couldn't bring him down. And a touchdown run there for Keith Williams. The 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore running back. He looks like most teams' defensive end.
Yeah.
Getting the running back involved there in the touchdown. It is 42-0 officially now.
Yep, using that length and limbs to get into the end zone there. Not many people on that South Houston side can bring him down.
I was wondering if we were going to... Figured we wouldn't see Eric Mosley when Zayden Brown was a starting back, and Mosley is in street clothes down here. So McClanahan to kick the extra point. It is 43-0 Manville with 7:52 to go in the third quarter. Take a break on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Scores around the area right now. It's the Maryland Dawson Eagles 6, Maryland Oilers 3. That's in the third quarter. Perry, ball carrier. He's going to be met the backfield by number 26, Grayson Robinson. At the tackle for loss. Bring up second down. Flag is down.
Offsides, number 94. That's 5 yards. Replay the down. Right here, let's go.
After Billy will repeat second down, 2nd and 9 for the Trojans. In the punt through the ball carrier. First man there for the Mavericks, number 33, Kevin Tatum. Going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for South Houston. Maria straight ahead on the give. And they'll be back by number 29, Keenan Johnson for the Mavericks. That play will bring up 4th and 2.
First down.
Little tush push there for Henry. Nice job there from South Houston. Getting that big 4th down. Nice run by Urias. Really what set that up was the 3rd down by Urias, getting a big 5 yards on that 3rd down run to make it 4th and short. We'll see what the Trojans decide to do here.
One of just a couple of first downs and a toss out there. And look at the passes, Buckner, and the ball falls incomplete. Trying to do a halfback pass.
Yep. A little trickery there. Didn't fool him, though.
2nd down and 10.
What was that? It looked like that was Muhammad that was trying to get out there. Xavier Muhammad, the junior tight end.
Called his name quite a few times on defense.
Yep, trying to get started there on offense. So big switch up on first down. Usually they're running it every time.
Hand off at the middle there to Urias. I think the ball came out.
Yep.
Did Manvel come away with it? No, they say South Houston retained possession, but they lose a yard. Should be 3rd and long.
Yep, and look whose helmet's off again.
Big number 77, David Bartolo, the senior lineman, has to come off for another play after his helmet's come off again.
Taking a little break. I wonder if he's like asking them to rip it off real quick in the huddle so he can get a breather over there on the sideline.
Oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
3rd and 11 coming up here.
Now's a tough position to where if you get a few yards, probably can't go for it now on 4th and 11, but we'll see what they do here. They're going to drop back and pass.
Try to set up a screen, but incomplete there, looking for Mayberry again. So now they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, just not enough time. I mean, immediately, as soon as Henry gets the ball snapped, I mean, there's 3 Mavericks in his face.
So William Cruz to punt again. His last punt was 37 net yards, so pretty good. Could flip the field a little bit here with a punt. There are balls at the 35 of South Houston. Returners will go back to the 36 of Manvel. About a 30-yard difference. And a line drive going to be caught by James running left side. James has some room to run, and he'll cut the other direction, and James avoids a tackler, and James is G-O-N-E, gone. Cornell James gets the touchdown this time, and it is 49-0.
Yeah, caught that on the run, got on the outside, and there's nothing the Trojans can do. I think you're right. I just don't think they have the speed to be able to catch up with some of these skill positions for the Mavericks.
They got some size, though. I think the best way for them to hang in with some of these teams is to try to win in the trenches.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. I mean, we saw what the Mavericks tried to do on that one drive where they went all the way into the red zone, went 4th and goal, and the Trojans were able to stop them as they kept trying to run the ball inside.
Renfro, the homecoming king, is out there to hold. McClanahan still lined up out wide. We'll see if they move him in to kick the extra point if they go for 2. I couldn't imagine. It looks like they will go for 2, and Renfro will run left side. Renfro will easily get in untouched for the 2-point conversion. It's 51-0, and the homecoming king adds more to his stat total. Luckily for Manvel, he didn't get touched at all.
No, not one tackle. Nobody was able to get to him, and that's just what we were talking about. That speed that the Mavericks have is kind of outshining right now the Trojans. They're having trouble keeping up.
51-0 with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Get connected with the Legacy Sports Network by checking out our social media pages. On Facebook, you can find us at LSN Sports. On X, formerly known as Twitter, we are at Legacy Sports Net. And on Instagram, we are Legacy Sports Network. Legacy Sports Network. We're building a legacy one game at a time. A 50-plus yard punt return touchdown for Cornell James, and the 2-point conversion run by Cam Renfro, the homecoming king, successful. And Manvel up.
I would say, luckily for South Houston, they don't have to bring their defense back out, but unfortunately for them, their defense plays both positions. So
there's no breaks for South Houston.
No breaks unless your helmet gets ripped off. That's about it.
Fair caught at the 9-yard line by Henry. Both times he's fair caught it, he's also kneeled it.
Just to make sure. just double checking.
This ball will start at the 25.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think if South Houston's gonna get anything going here, I think it's gonna be in between the lines. It's gonna be in the trenches. Got to get some big boys up front and get Urias the ball or Buckner the ball. Just go straight through him. Try and find a hole.
Run left side.
Yeah, this time it's Makai Cowart got the direct snap and went immediately to the left.
Cowart had that really nice jump, the jumping catch earlier on the throw from Henry.
Yeah, they weren't in their wishbone formation. It was Cowart with two backs on either side of him. So a little bit different formation they're coming out with here.
See Henry over there with the coaching staff getting the play call every single time he goes over there and runs back. That alone is enough to make you tired.
Yeah.
Then they'll get the play call. Looks like they'll line up in the Wildcat with Henry out wide left and Cowart.
Yep.
The quarterback again, running back on each hip. And Cowart with a low snap. He's going to fire it up to Henry. Looking for Henry. And Henry, did he hold that in? What a catch.
Yep.
Another nice catch. This time they flip rolls.
Yep.
And Cowart completes to Henry. And once again, it's the same DB, Caden Lazard there. Not a great night for Lazard.
How about that?
Twice he's had a highlight reel catch made on him. And look at the jersey tugging and everything, but he hauls it in with one hand. The quarterback.
Yeah, he's pulling him the entire time. But how about that? Biggest play of the game so far for South Houston.
Wow. Big gain up to the 38. The clock at 1.5 minutes here in the third quarter and rolling lower. Motion a man over. Play clock at 2. Henry looking to, or that's Cowart again. He takes off and runs and drags a defender up to the 34. Gain of 4 on that run.
Yeah, nice gain. It does look like it's going to come back, though. There is a flag on the play.
I got that.
Oh, it looks like are they calling that offsides?
Offsides.
Wow.
Defense. That's 5 yards. Replay, first down.
It'll be first down and 5 then instead at the 33.
That's happened a couple of times tonight with the Mavericks, and in this kind of situation with you being up 51-0, that's the last thing you want as a coaching staff.
This might be as far downfield as Southeastern has made it tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've made it to the 33 before.
No, I don't think they have.
Clock at 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And he's going to keep it himself. Nowhere to go, stood up.
Yeah, and that just lost all their yards that they gained on that offsides. Yeah, no, I think this is the first time that South Houston's actually in Manville territory. I don't think they've gotten it across the 50.
Blake Wimley and Jacob Jakes there to make the stop for a loss of 4, so it's going to be
I think they're just going to let the clock tick all the way down here.
It's going to be second down and 8 whenever we come back. The start of the fourth quarter. Manville leading 51-0 here on the Alvin Sports Network and Manville Legacy Sports Network.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
Start of the fourth quarter about to get underway. Manville leads 51-0. Dawson up 13-3.
Yeah.
Huh. Dawson definitely looked pretty good last week beating Shadow Creek, but with the way Pearland has looked, so Shadow Creek beat Manville 27-20. Pearland beat Manville 66-14. Dawson beat Shadow Creek 30-27 in double overtime. So that tells you that Pearland's the best team in the district with all those numbers, and you're triangulating, you're attaching your yarn and your pins here and there, and it just looks like Pearland's the best team around.
Yep.
But
Dawson holding their own.
Dawson might be the best team around. If they beat Shadow Creek and Pearland, they definitely can say that. Henry in the shotgun. And he's going to take off and run left side, gets around the edge, and he's got some room to run, and he's pushed out of bounds after a decent gain there.
Yeah, just like how you were talking about, South Houston doesn't have the speed. Their only speed guy they might have might be their quarterback.
Yeah, Cowart and Henry are the only fastest guys they got.
Really nice block there by the tight end. Shows 51 right there on the
Zamora
on the side.
We don't have a 51 on the roster, but that
was a huge block. Huge block there on that left side to give Henry enough room on that edge.
That might be Uriah Zamora, who's listed as number 26. First down and 10 after a pickup 14. And a handoff to Buckner, and Buckner's met immediately.
Yeah.
I think he'll get forward progress of a yard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tried to push Buckner as much as they could. To no avail. Really nice drive, though, from South Houston the second half. Was not expecting this. After that pass from Cowart to Henry, they've been able to move the ball a little bit, keep the chains moving. It looks like they're going to go back to that with Cowart under center.
Second down and 9 as Henry's lined up wide right, and Cowart's going to take off and run left side. Not a lot doing there, as that'll be a loss. He was drilled and knocked over backwards.
Yeah, Manville expecting that time. Not going to let him get the edge there. Now it sets up a third and long. Interested to see here if they take another shot.
See big 99 Amir Bowers dancing after that stop. He's been on the field the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of backups are in there for Manville, but he's been out there. Key guys like Sam Weary have not been out there in this second half much.
And on the offense, we saw Carter St. Junius out here as well in the second half.
Third down and 11 after a 2-yard loss. Likely 4-down territory. Cowart hands off to Buckner, who hands it to Henry. Henry looking to pass, got a wide open man, and it is Cowart in there for a touchdown.
Wow.
He was all alone.
How about that? The trick play pays off for South Houston, and they get some points on the board.
Manville's defense can the Manville defensive coaches cannot be happy after that.
Oh, no.
He didn't have anybody there. The throw wasn't even great.
Nope.
And he could sit there and wait on it.
They all went for the run.
Huge touchdown.
They were not expecting that. Wasn't even that great of a throw either. He had to kind of come back for it. But since he was so open, there was nothing Manville could do.
Looks like they'll line up for the extra point here. It's going to be Cruz. Junior kicker. We've seen Punt quite a few times. Extra point is up, and it is good. 51-7. South Houston is on the board with 9:33 to go. Keep it right here.
Yeah, Trojans looked really good on that whole drive. I mean, there were multiple pass plays that they got a big chunk of yards. They were able to run it a little bit with Henry to the outside. So something to look forward to if you're a Trojans fan.
After the play, unsporting conduct against the defense and against the offense, those will offset. The point is good.
All right, so we had some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. I didn't see any skirmishing, but obviously it occurred.
A little bit extracurricular is all it is.
Life happens. Maybe it's a work trip, family event, or you just want to watch the game at home. Don't let your tickets go to waste. With Quick Assist, your seats get listed for sale on every major marketplace simultaneously. No more juggling apps or stressing over resale. We make it fast, easy, and hassle-free so you save time and put money back in your pocket. From the NFL to MLB, NBA to NHL, MLS, plus college football and basketball. Download the app by scanning the QR code on our website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere. 51-7, 9:33 to go, and we will see South Houston kick it off for just the second time.
First time was the start of the game, huh? Yeah. One thing I'd be worried about if I'm South Houston is these Mavericks cutting to the outside and getting a huge chunk on the return here. So hopefully they'll have enough bodies down the field to secure a tackle and not give the Mavericks too good a field position.
So Cruz to kick it away. See Jaden Kendrick back there. Haven't called his name much, if at all, tonight, but I don't think he'll get this one. Looks like it'll be fair caught at the 35.
Yeah. Smart decision there by South Houston, not giving them the opportunity to run it back.
It was Javon Smith with the fair catch. See what they do offensively here. So they're going to do the halftime program after the game because they did the homecoming during halftime. So once again, back there is Keith Williams with Dante Mays, and Williams looked pretty good on that last drive.
Oh, yeah.
Motion a man across, and it's going to be Mays keeping it himself and getting spun down and twisted around after a gain of a couple.
Yeah, nice job from the South Houston side of things, not getting tricked up by that one. I think I saw one linebacker that went to the running back. Everybody else stayed in the middle with Mays. A little bit of hurry up here from the Maverick side of things.
Mavericks offense trying to get as many reps as they can for these guys. Been going quick, and this time they fake it. They go to Williams. Williams, oh, with a nice little jump cut. Williams reverses field. Williams down the left sideline, and Williams is pushed out of bounds at the 24.
Did you see him juke out the ref? I hope we get that on replay. The ref was right in front of him. He did a little hesitation move. Here it is.
What a run. Look at Williams. Whoop.
Look at this right here. The ref, whoop, get out of my way.
Used him as a blocker on his 37-yard run.
Man.
Williams a good-looking running back coming on in reserve.
Absolutely. As soon as he finds the hole or the gap that he needs, he's off to the races.
There's no patience. There's no no nothing. He just goes full blast.
Even with South Houston with a honorary 12th man there from the referee, they still couldn't stop him.
Used him as a pick.
Yeah.
This time they'll go to Williams again, and Williams with a nice little jump cut picks up a couple. He's kind of like the anti-Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell was so patient. He'd really wait for the play to develop before he turned it on, and this guy is just all gas, no brakes.
No, he finds that hole, and he's through it. Nice tackle there by Cowart, able to bring Williams down with minimal gain.
2nd down and 7 from the 22. Manville trying to add some more points in a game in which Cam Renfro's really only played a quarter.
A couple of 2-point conversions as well, you know.
We didn't see any Eric Mosley at all. I think we only saw one carry from Kenneth Malone Hayes, who started the year as the #1 running back. And it's going to be a fumble. And who got it? I think Manville got back on it.
Yeah. Yep, they did, but that's going to be it's going to be a big down. Not really a loss, but no gain for the Mavericks is not how this game has been going. And now we have another big 3rd down opportunity here for South Houston.
We'll see if Manville throws the ball here on 3rd and 7 from the 22 if they want to run it. Game clock will be around 6.5 minutes before they snap the ball. Williams back there with Mays. Trips to the left and one to the right. Looking to pass and fires that screen, and this time it's dissected. And the ball came out, it looks like, It looks like he was able to get back on it.
Okay.
That is number 81, Tyrone Dennis, but they ran that play earlier for a touchdown, and this time South Houston was not fooled by it at all.
Nope. They saw that coming the whole way. Now here comes a 4th down opportunity where, I mean, college just be no problem, kick the field goal, but in high school it's a little bit different here with the kickers. Be interested to see here what they end up doing, but it looks like the offense is staying on the field.
This would be a 44-yarder.
Yeah, that might be a little too much.
Dawson's kicker could make it. He had a 43 and a 42 that were easily good last week against Shadow Creek. And now Mays looking to pass. He's going to take off and run left side. He's got a chance at a first down. He gets around the edge, and he's walloped, and he delivers some punishment himself down to the 9. An 18-yard run for Dante Mays.
Yeah.
Actually give him the 11, so a 16-yard run and a first down.
Yeah, nice job by Mays, just not seeing anyone downfield. He's going to take that outside. All he needed was one man to beat on the outside, and he has that acceleration, that speed to get out there. And able to pick up that first down. Tough loss there. First, if you're South Houston, not getting the ball back on that 4th and 12.
Clock under 5 minutes here. Manville trying to add on another score. 1st and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down at the 1. And Mays takes it, and he drags a tackler for a yard or two. Grabbed him from behind and just went with him.
Yep, that was Xavier Muhammad in the backfield.
You surprised we never saw a running clock?
Doing all he can, no. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty surprised about it, but I mean, after a couple of weeks ago when we saw Shadow Creek beat up on Alvin, there was no running clock in that game, at least not that I don't remember until it was late in the game.
I think final score in that one was 55-0, and no running clock.
Maybe it's just they just do things a little bit different out here at Freedom Field.
Screen pass there, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
How about that? That is number 13, Tony Edmondson. He was one of the homecoming court guys, but there is a flag. One of the options for homecoming king, I believe, was Tony Edmondson. Edmondson, a 6 foot, 190-pound senior receiver, but it is going to come back.
Holding on the offense.
I don't think we ever heard the ref that time. We've heard him a lot tonight, especially.
But that was number 11, Jacoby Mayberry, trying to get in the backfield to stop that screen pass, and unfortunately just a little bit too late there for Mayberry, but it's not going to matter. It's going to come back anyway for the Mavericks.
2nd and 12 from the 13-yard line. First down at the 1 still. Trips to the right, one to the left. Williams on the right hip of Mays. Motion the receiver from the left side over, and it's going to be a toss to him. A little touch pass going right side. Got the edge and cuts upfield, and Edmondson again is at the end zone, but there is a flag.
Yep, and I think it's going to be another hold. I think it's going to be another hold because I saw number 2, Mika Cowart, trying to get away from a Maverick, and I believe he was holding him, and I think that's what is going to be the call.
Joshua Frederick was in the area, and that might be who it's on. They didn't seem to say the number. Joshua Frederick, 6'5", 300-pound sophomore. They don't play around here, man.
No.
You got Joshua Frederick, 6'5", 300-pound sophomore. Drake Jones, 6'4", 310-pound sophomore.
Who was that sponsor again?
They're eating some Old Bucks barbecue.
Meat and potatoes for them boys, nothing else.
2nd and 17 now after another penalty.
That looks like Manville's going to take some time off the clock.
Go to Williams, left side. Williams with a nice
he's got
move.
nobody.
Williams stiff arms, but is brought down. A nice open field tackle there.
Yeah, Davion Washington, the sophomore defensive back, able to get there on Williams. I thought for sure If the Mavericks were able to hold that block on the outside on Washington, I think he was walking into the end zone without getting touched. So really nice job by Washington to fight off that block and to get that tackle. Now we got another third down for the Mavericks.
3rd and 10 from the 11, and we'll be nearing that 2.5-minute mark. Shotgun snap, and it's going to be Mays just flipping it out there and cut down at about the 7-yard line. Should be 4th and 6. We'll see if they kick a field goal or go for it.
I don't see anyone coming out here, so.
Tolbert on that catch is kind of like an RPO almost.
Oh, well, they're going to run the clock out. It's going to be the 2-minute warning.
2-minute timeout. 51-7 Manville over South Houston.
So we'll see what they decide to do, if they decide to kick a field goal here or send somebody else out.
We shall certainly see. Game all but over, but points matter, as we found out last year in this district. Saw, I believe, Manville, this very Manville team, making it over Dawson because of a tiebreaker regarding points.
Wow.
And that came on one of the last games of the season. We saw a team that was up, I believe it was Dobie was up over Manville, and Dobie threw a Hail Mary up by 18 with like 7 seconds left just so they could get the points tiebreaker.
Wow. And
they scored the touchdown as time expired and put him in the playoffs. Cameron Bunch and Carl Thies were on the call for that one on the Pasadena Sports Network, and that was very impactful, keeping Dawson out of the playoffs, and mentioned they might be the best team this year.
Yeah.
So on 4th and 6 from the 7, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Yep. They're going to go the outside, and they're going to get it.
That's Jordan Jackson, the junior running back, taking the end around right side and getting in there. It's 57-7. Extra point could make it 58-7. We'll see if they let Renfro run it again.
Yeah, and that's just unfortunate if you're Manville. 2 opportunities here on this drive where you could have got out of it on 4th and longs, and unfortunately just couldn't stop that Maverick offense if you're South Houston.
Logan McClanahan a kick. The kick is up, and it is good. 58-7 with 1:51 to go. And Manville leads by 51 points. And we'll see surely the end of this one in the next few minutes.
Yeah, it's been a really nice job by the Mavericks, but you can clearly see here in the second unit, you still have a lot of stuff you can work on. I mean, especially up front, you know, there's a few penalties there with some holds. You had an unsportsmanlike penalty that you like to clear up, but a lot of different things you can work on. If you're the Trojans, I mean, man, you were only one or 2 plays away there from getting the ball back without giving up any points, and unfortunately just couldn't come up with the stop. So both sides with a lot they can look forward to in film study this week.
Yeah, you're right. I think obviously some things they're going to want to clean up, but I think also some promising things. I mean, you see a guy like Keith Williams, and you already have a 3-headed monster at running back, but
yeah,
feel confident that he could come in and do a good job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, Keith Williams for the Mavericks was looking really good in the backfield tonight.
Manville getting probably 10+ different receivers involved in this game. Here's the kickoff, and it should be fair caught again, as it's fair caught and kneeled by Henry, the quarterback.
Yep.
They've put him on the returns, but they haven't really let him return it. A lot of people leaving the bleachers. This one pretty much all over except for the crying.
And the band.
Yeah, and the band. That's right. You reminded me about that there. The band will play after. I'm assuming that will be on the live stream. It will be. So if you are interested in watching the band, you can continue after the game. We'll quickly sign off, give our very brief closing thoughts, and allow the band to kind of take center stage and bow out of here and go down the bleachers. 58-7 Manvel, 1:47 to go. South Houston starts at the 25-yard line. We'll see how aggressive they are. Had that touchdown on the last drive from Henry to Coward on a trick play. And Henry looking to pass. He's going to roll out left, and he's going to fire it up, and it's going to be incomplete. Nearly makes its way into the stands.
Yeah, and that was immediate pressure there. Looked like that was number 94, Xavier Bree there, the senior defensive lineman, coming right after Henry. Had no other decision but to just throw it out of bounds. But yeah, with point differential being a factor here, I'd be surprised if Manville didn't try and get a stop here and put some more points on the board.
Looks like a run from Henry going left side. Henry actually gets the edge, and he gets out of bounds, once again stopping the clock.
Yep.
Back-to-back plays have stopped the clock, and South Houston with a chance to go down and score some more. Henry gets a high five there.
A couple handshakes from
the Manville players.
The opposing coaches. Letting them know they appreciate his efforts there tonight.
Like number 15, Cameron Fitzgerald, gave him a high five as he went by. It's pretty funny. Clock is actually running.
Now we got a running clock here. Under minute 30 to go. All right, switching it up now. Henry down in the wide receiver spot.
Coward's going to take off and run at the middle. Coward picks up a yard before he's dropped. And we might see one or maybe two plays more at the most.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be it.
South Houston took their time all game until this drive. Maybe they'll speed it up a little bit to get a couple more plays in. But I think everybody in the building wants to probably end this one.
Yeah. No, I'd assume so.
I don't think they have to snap it again, so they may not.
No, it doesn't look like they're in any urgency at all. Oh.
Game clock at 5 seconds. Are they going to snap it again?
Okay.
They snap it with 1 second left. Coward fires up a deep ball, has a man wide open. The catch is made, and there's a flag out on the field. Looks like the catch was made by Davion Washington.
I think it might be an offensive pass interference. Yeah, and they're just going to decline the penalty.
That should be the end of the game.
Oh, no, holding on the defense.
That's it. That's the end of the ball game. 58-7, Manville wins it over South Houston. A 51-point victory here at Freedom Field. And that is going to do it for this one. Manville will improve to 3-3 on the year and 2-2 in district. South Houston falls to 0-5 on the season. Final thoughts, Kyle?
Yeah, really impressed with the Manville offense. Dante Mays did a great job. We saw Zayden Brown a few times in the first half really show off that explosiveness, that acceleration. So nothing bad to really say about the Mavericks other than a couple of penalties up front that you want to get taken care of from that second unit. On the South Houston side of things, I mean, it's really Henry and Cowart and a little bit of Xavier Muhammad, and then you're kind of looking for the next guy to kind of take off or have some more skills positions on that South Houston side of things. But you got guys like Jaden Buckner and other guys. I mean, this South Houston team got a lot of juniors and sophomores on this team. Not a lot of veteran presence there on the South Houston team. So a lot to look forward to in the next couple of years. But they looked a lot better in the second half than they did in that first half. That's for sure.
Yeah, not a huge challenge for Manville tonight. South Houston did their best. Got a short roster, not a lot of players, a lot of guys playing both ways. And
yeah.
Just trying to make it out of here healthy and on to the next one. Same for Manville. We didn't even see Eric Mosley, who I think probably could have went absolutely wild. He was already at 10 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Didn't see him at all. Kenneth Malone-Hayes, the backup running back, one of the guys they rotate in a lot. They didn't even give him but one carry. So Manville, a lot to look forward to. We'll see what happens next week for sure. But that's going to do it. 58-7, the final score. The bands will take over here in just a moment on homecoming night at Freedom Field. Thank you all so much for tuning in on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. Evan Geiger and Kyle Harris, that'll do it for us.
Take care.
come to the elevator. You will wait at the elevator. I'm going to just send this guy down there. And I'm not going out. I don't think the elevator's working. Oh, it's not? So what are you doing if you're in a wheelchair? You gotta get my carry down. Stuff up? I mean, you can check it and see, but I don't think it is.
Good evening. Please welcome to the field for your halftime entertainment, the mighty Maverick Marching Band. The drum majors are Eden Scott, Lillian Hammonds, Abigail Edwards, and Bella Rodriguez. Directors are Nathan Pear, Aaron Espinoza, and Ruben Dean. Director of percussion is Jerry Leffner, and the color guard director is Corky Reyna. The soloists for tonight are Isaac Sereno, Lucas Warner, and Edner Diaz. Tonight, the band will be performing their 2025 UIL show entitled The Ties That Bind Us. Join us tomorrow at Galena Park ISD Stadium for a 4 o'clock performance at the Galena Park ISD Marching Contest. Next week, join us on Thursday night, October the 9th at Clear Creek ISD Challenger Columbia Stadium in Webster for an 8 p.m. performance at the Region 17 UIL Marching Contest. We would love to have a Maverick cheering section to perform for our contest, so make plans and we'll see you there. Let's hear it again for our Mighty Maverick Marching Band and Hoka Hey Mavericks.